our breaking news. Jeanine Pirro, U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, has released new video right there of the suspect in the White House Correspondents Dinner shooting, showing him storming the security checkpoint, holding a gun during the event. Now, Pirro's office released a slowed-down version of the video as well, allegedly showing the suspect, Cole Allen, at the Hilton Hotel in Washington, D.C. this weekend. The video also apparently shows Allen casing the hotel the day before the shooting. Now, the suspect faced a judge today for a hearing and will remain in jail ahead of this trial. So, senior coordinating producer for CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit, Anna Schecter, joining us with a closer look. So, Anna, you and I are both looking at this video in real time. We have about 5 minutes of surveillance video. Let's go in order, okay? So we have video of Cole Allen on Friday. This is the day before the event. Walk us through what we see in the video.
Well, you see him very calmly walking down the hallway on that 10th floor where he rented a room, and he sort of stops in front of a door. He's kind of looking, okay, you see him sort of calibrating. Then there's another, it cuts to him entering what looks like the hotel gym, and he even stops and chats with a woman who is working there. And so it's actually speeds up while he's walking around the gym looking. There you see on your screen, you see that gym video where he is walking around, and then you see him walking back to his hotel room. There, look, you see him wearing that long black coat, and what prosecutors say is he wore that to disguise the weapons that he had with him, particularly that shotgun, which would have been hard to conceal if he didn't have that coat. So they are saying on Saturday night, where we also see video, he wore that coat initially, then dropped the coat before he rushed the metal detectors, and you were showing that earlier. It's a much higher resolution, higher quality video, and you can really see there him holding that shotgun, the position of the gun, and prosecutors say he fired that shot and one bullet hit a Secret Service agent in the chest. Thankfully, he was wearing a bulletproof vest. And then just after what you're seeing on the screen, he trips and falls. He's heading towards the staircase that would lead him down to the ballroom. Just after he trips, there you see the agents rushing. Several of them jump on top of him, according to our sources, and subdue him, strip him of his shirt and tie, and then you see that photo of him lying face down in the carpet that we've been showing previously. So that's what happened, and we've learned that it took about 7 seconds for him to rush that metal detector and then be subdued. So 7 seconds allowed him to fire off one shot. A special agent or a Secret Service agent fired 5 rounds, according to our sources. So a total of 6 shots were fired in that 7-second period from when he started rushing to when he was subdued by agents.
Yeah, and Anna, this is fascinating video to see as it is slowed down, to see the rifle and going through the security, obviously within seconds. And so allegedly we're able to see that he did in fact fire.
Well, it's hard to tell from the video. I've watched it many times, and it's hard to see exactly when he might have pulled the trigger. But what investigators did find is that the shell casing of one bullet was jammed inside the gun, and had he cocked the gun preparing to fire again, they say it would have exited and fallen to the ground. They did not initially find that casing, so it took them a little bit of time to figure out what happened. All of this has been under ballistics review, and this is where they're at. Of course, it could change, but I think they're pretty certain that that is how things played out.
Yeah, absolutely. And this video certainly helping in the investigation. I can't help but go back to the day before, where he's walking by himself through this hallway, appearing very calm. And lo and behold, he has got this masterminded plot that he's been planning for quite a long time. And as you look at his demeanor, he's just kind of walking casually. You would think it's just any other guest in a hotel room. And yet he has got reportedly quite a plan in mind, as if he's kind of looking around to see just how things are laid out. He's actually kind of pointing. I don't know what he's doing there, but quite a calm demeanor, I might add.
I totally agree with you. Reviewing that footage, that is the thing that struck me the most, because we've already seen the grainier video of him rushing, but this brand new video from the day before where he is calmly walking through, casing the place, and then he goes into the gym, and there he is entering the gym. There is a woman sitting there at the desk who works there, and she appears to ask him a question at one point, and he turns and chats with her and smiles. And it's just chilling to think that 24 hours later, he allegedly is trying to carry out this violent act. There you see him walking over and chatting with the person working there.
Yeah, they're having a casual conversation.
Exactly. It is just chilling, and we've been waiting for video like this. We knew that it must exist, and we had not seen it because we've been trying to piece together and map out his movements throughout the hotel. So this is really helping to paint a clearer picture of what happened from when he checked into that hotel at 3:15 p.m. on Friday. This video is from around 8:30 p.m. Friday night. That's when he left his room. And then on Saturday, prosecutors say he left his room multiple times, but that, of course, that key period is from 8:03 p.m. when he took that photo of himself in the hotel room to 8:30 when they say he rushed the metal detectors with that shotgun, firing off a shot and falling to the ground.
Yeah, and while we have you, Anna, while we're looking at that last piece as he's going through the metal detectors, this is as the guests are already inside. And so, you know, security there is thinking everyone has been through, and then lo and behold, he comes through at the very end. What is the timestamp on that again?
That's around 8:30, 8:34 p.m. is when our team who was inside the ballroom were starting to call their sources. So this is just after 8:30. Now, the official start of the evening was 8 p.m. And remember, we learned in that memorandum filed yesterday that he was Googling throughout this time. He was looking up White House Correspondents Dinner. He was looking for live video feeds of President Trump exiting his vehicle to gain entry into this event. So all of this, that half an hour before, he was very active, preparing his weapons, getting dressed, securing the weapons on his person, then putting that jacket on, going down the back stairwell, dropping the jacket, and rushing these metal detectors. So this was about 35 minutes after the official start of the event at 8 p.m. So just about everyone was already through, as you said. They should have all been in there and seated. Opening remarks were just beginning. Around 8. It takes a little bit of time for everyone to get their seats. So he timed it, it appears to me, very carefully. And certainly prosecutors are alleging that. So We'll see how all of this plays out in court.
Yeah. Anna Schecter. Anna, thank you.
Good to be with you.